All right, what's up, leg smashers? No, what's up, shinners? We're here with another Shindig podcast here in Bentonville with the female champion of today's competition. Well done, Vera.
Thanks.
Do a little clap there. So it was only right that we put her in the hot seat because it's been a long time coming. Vera, I know you listen to most of them, right? Most
Yeah,
of them?
well, in the car with my brother, he puts them, so...
Good. So you have to. Yeah.
You have a choice.
Good boy, Dan. Good boy. So yeah, and here we're in their little barn here. There's some guys packing their bikes away. It's like the last day.
We've completely taken over their space basically every day to record podcasts.
Yeah, it wasn't even a question. It was like, we'll be there and we'll be recording. So yeah, Vera, it's so good to have you on finally,
Thanks.
to get to chat. And again, congratulations on a good win. You pulled off some pretty good moves, pretty good time.
Yeah. Well,
Were you happy with how you performed?
no, I'm not happy. I think I did some really big mistakes, but well, sometimes it can happen. So
Do you always feel that you're never pleased with your performance?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it seems like that. You only get better. You're like, oh, this isn't good enough. This isn't good enough.
Yeah, I think I always think like I can do it better, But in this one, it was not good enough.
Right, and you had the pressure of like you were going to be on the podium, which was nice, for three of them. But I know you wanted to get to number one.
Yeah, I think that what I wanted to do today is like do everything 60. So see that I couldn't do that. It was like,
Okay, you had high expectations for
Yeah.
yourself. Really.
And last year at this event, you got 60 in every course.
Yeah.
So I think one of the reasons why they made the red courses harder this year was so that didn't happen.
Yeah.
They wanted to
So
challenge
it's
you.
your fault that me and Aaron couldn't get through some of our gates.
I fell off so much stuff thanks to you, I guess.
Sorry.
No, but and I have to say, like the female level, especially like you and Nina, you guys are kind of the forefront. It's really stepping up. The level maybe 2 years ago was not like it is now, right?
Yeah, I think it's getting really high, and the little girls come and they're like really strong, and it's like, okay, I have to train the double, they can't win me.
Yeah.
In Spain, I have Alba Riera,
Yes.
and in every Spanish Cup, she's with me, and I'm like, okay, I can't relax, and in every competition, so it's wow, crazy.
It's quite a rivalry. I see it from the outside in, but it looks like it's quite a rivalry between you and Nina. Neither one of you
Yeah.
are really better than the other, but there's like different techniques that you're working on. Do you feel that pressure when you ride against Nina?
Yeah, because I think that we're like really different riding. She's like really technical. I'm like just powerful. So I think that's really good, because we never know who's going to win. It can be her or me. Just
Yeah, I think that makes it interesting. You
Yeah.
kind of go there. I know with the males it can be pretty still close, but they're chasing Jack.
Yeah.
That's kind of what a lot of the riders are doing. But it's an open game for you and Nina.
yeah.
Pretty
I think
cool.
I like that, because you go to the competitions and you don't say like, okay, I'm winning. So no, it's like you're all the time like here. You can never relax. So I like it.
Even today, you weren't totally happy. So what do you do after you dominated today. You rode so well, and it was so impressive to watch you ride and do all the things in the sections. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you weren't 100% happy. So what do you take away from the event? Do you go home and practice something different that you saw in the courses, or is it just about riding the courses after the event? Like, what do you think about after the event?
Well, I think both. I think I go home and I practice things that I didn't do good. For example, today I have one step that I have to go back wheel in a log, go down and then hook in a rock, and I didn't do it. So I think that's a thing that I have to practice. So yeah, I did it today, training after the competition I did it, but I think that's a thing that I have to improve a lot. So yeah, I like practice after the competition and in home.
I've always seen a lot of you guys do that, especially even your brother Danny, who's sat next to us off camera there. It's like going, you're going back to those gates. You know, I've noticed even Borja does the same thing. It's like as soon as the competition's over, he's at that gate. Like, okay, why couldn't I do this? You know,
Yeah.
do you feel you get that too? You're like, I have to complete it before I leave.
Yeah.
Just the pressure of just being like,
Just pure redemption.
and now I've got that because doing my first comp in 10 years, it's exactly the same thing. And now I can feel like that horrible beating yourself up, like, why couldn't I do it? Then you go back and just do it first time, probably, right?
Yeah, then you feel like really happy to say like, okay, I did it. Now I can go home.
yeah, but you know, obviously not good enough at that time maybe to get where you were, but you came out on top and won. So that's pretty good.
What is it like training back home? So when you go home after this, what's the schedule like? How do you plan it out? What's it all about?
Well, it depends, but normally we decide in every day what we want to do. But normally we train in the morning and in the afternoon.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah. I mean, well, you have you guys are Spanish, right? You ride in the morning, have some lunch, siesta,
Yeah.
then go back out riding again, and then you eat later on. You know, I remember. So I kind of like that concept. So you're like train. If you're going to train in a day, you'll probably train twice.
Yeah. So we can train more, and it's like, I think it's better because, you know, if you train like 2 hours, maybe half an hour, it's not really good. So we try to train like 1 hour and a half, so it can be hard training. And if we do it twice a day, it's like hard training and.
Oh, I see. So it's like little and often rather than like, you know, train all day and tire yourself out. And you just like an hour and a half of hard training.
Yeah.
And then a break. And then like another. Do you train with your brother all the time as well?
Yeah, we always train together.
Okay, I can see that. I mean, that would be a nice. I'd love to get my sister into trials, but I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah. He even gives me classes. But
yeah,
that's difficult, you know, because he's like really relaxed. I'm like all the time nervous. So yeah, it's difficult to have.
It's
classes.
quite. It's really lovely to watch, I have to say, like both of you, and you can see when either of you succeed or fail or whatever it is, like the emotions that you both kind of share with each other, and it's really like warming to see. I'm getting all like gooey, but it's like really, really nice that you guys seem really close and you can ride together, train together. But surely there must be moments where you hate each other, right?
Yeah. Most of that moments are because of me, you know, because I'm really nervous and I'm all the time like, no, you know, it's like I get nervous alone, so I just.
Yeah, and you guys are expressive. I thought it was just a Spanish thing, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't know how to really swear in Spanish until I met all of you guys. You know, and now I scream it when we fall off the bikes, and Andre screams it too, and it's just becomes a.
I didn't do it when I was little. I didn't scream when I fell off the bike.
Only when you became an adult, you're like, okay, now I can.
No, because I saw my brother that he started doing it, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I have to do it.
Well, it's, you know, expression is healthy, I find, and the Spanish riders seem to express yourselves very well.
Yeah, we do it a lot. Yeah. All the time we fell without.
So well, maybe we should go back a little bit to like how you actually got into trials, because one of the aspects I want to be important thing is bringing more females into the sport, which is important. Did Danny just force you to have a bike or something? No, I mean, how did it start?
It's really strange because my father used to do MTV, and he went like to a bike fest, and we met the one girl that was in Colacao, you know, it's Spanish thing. And we saw her doing BMX, and we said, okay, we want to try this. And we said, we want to do BMX. And my mother started searching just schools of BMX, and she found like one at 2 hours of at our home and one at 1 hour. And she said, okay, we can go to 1 hour.
It's closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we went there, and we said, Mom, this is not BMX.
This is not. They're looking for BMX. That's so funny.
Yeah, and it was trials, and then we started.
No way.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is a great story. Just like
The bait and
That's-
switch. Like, come for the BMX. Just kidding. You're a trials rider now.
yeah, and you're like, no, you can't do that. It's too far away. But that'll do. There's 2 wheels.
No,
you can
I-
ride it. No, I get.
We said no, we have to go home, and my mom said, no, just try it. You will like it. This is like BMX.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mum.
And now we are here.
And how old were you then?
I think 7 years old.
Wow. Yeah. See, we really should have started earlier, and I can see now.
Clearly. So, in 7 years old, you were in trials camps, learning all the basics and.
I didn't like trials when I
No.
was little. No, I started liking trials when I was 11 years old. But it was like, I don't like trials. I go training, I let the bike on the floor. And one day I come home from a camp, a summer camp.
Yeah.
And I said to my mother, Mom, you know what? I want to live of trials. I want to, dedicate to this.
Yeah. Commit to it and
Yeah.
try to be the best.
Yeah. I from the day to the night, I said to my mom that I wanted to do it.
What made you decide that, or?
I don't know. I was in the summer camp. I start training all the days, and I said, okay, I like this, so I went to do it.
Yes, that's mad.
What is it like when you're 7 years old going to a trials camp? I mean, do you just work on track stands all day or hopping the bike? I mean, what are the things that you do as a 7-year-old at a trials camp?
I didn't do nothing. I was just talking with friends, and
Okay, so like going to school, but you don't want
Yeah.
to do the work, right?
Right,
No, it's
right.
like.
I didn't do nothing of trials.
You just hung out
Yeah.
with a bunch of rocks and.
So
and
technically, you didn't really start till you were 11.
No. I started because I started moving the bike, and I started going up things, but not really.
Was there a point where you were like, "Oh, I'm like actually good at this, and like I can go and compete," or like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Was there like a trigger where you're like, "Right, okay, I'm gonna compete"? And
Yeah, when I decided this with 11 years old, I started training every day. So yeah, then I saw that I was good, and
yeah, when you see success, you want to do it more
Yeah.
and more and more and more. So when was your first win? How old were you when you first won?
I don't know.
Danny, do you know, Mum?
First win,
Yeah.
in which like
In trials, so
in trials.
yeah.
I think when I was 13, maybe.
It has to be like a Spanish championship or something like that.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe with 13 years old.
No,
I don't remember.
11 or 12 maybe. Yeah, that's it. Like
Because I like to. Well, the reason I'm asking is like once you win once, you want to win, like all the
I
time.
remember 12 years old when Spanish championship.
At 12 years old, at the Spanish Championship. Yeah, I trust Danny's
Yeah,
judgment
me
there.
too.
Even you're not sure.
Sounds
we,
right.
we are glad
Yeah.
we've got him as our side.
Our fact checker.
Yeah, fact checker, because I definitely don't check my facts. So at that point, then you were starting to kind of go, okay. Was there any other female competition at that kind of at your level, or were you just better than everyone?
No, I think it was in a female category. I don't know.
Do
Just,
you know?
I don't remember really. It's just I'm really bad with these things.
Of what I remember, I think it was she was like really good at it at the beginning. Like her progression was incredible.
Very quick production.
like,
Yeah,
she had, like,
progression. Sorry.
Like something like how do you say when you are born with it?
Yeah, it's natural talent.
Yeah,
Natural
natural
talent. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that when I was Alevin. Yeah, the Blue Gates. I win the guys.
Yeah, you were beating
Yeah.
the guys. I mean, you're still doing that now. I mean,
Yeah.
look at me and Aaron. They're
Yeah.
like-
Thanks a lot.
No, but that's great because now I set my bar to go right. I've got to do all the women's gates because now they're tough. They're still tough. But I sort of believe like you and Nina are like pushing the progression of female trials, and then showing the other women. You're like, well, look, if we can do it, like so can you. Have you ever thought about, starting your own female trial school? I always thought like coming from a female to doing that would encourage more women.
Well, I'm with a little guy, not females. It's really difficult, for the females just to start in this sport because I don't know. It's like everyone, it's boys,
It is, yeah. It's very
So
boy
you
heavily.
get in the sport. So I'm a girl.
Yeah, and it's not that glamorous, really,
Yeah.
is it? It's like it's tough on the body, it's hard work, and I don't know, it's not a very glamorous kind of sport, so to speak.
I think it's a really cool sport, but for the females, it's like, I don't know, it's strange. I think if we were more, maybe more girls will come. But
Well, let's try and I'd like to try and inspire other women too. I think
in Spain, we
hopefully-
are a lot. I think we are like 10 or something like that with little ones also. So we are a lot.
And there were a handful here at this event that were competing.
Yeah, which is not, that's what I'm saying. It's still, there are more and more coming
Yeah.
through. It's just, I think for them to get into it, they need to kind of have a class or a coach. I don't know, some of us never did, but I feel like that makes it more, like maybe professional, or, you want to get the women into the sport to say like, you can succeed. Look at these people. Look at Vera, like how long it's taken her, or however. So
Yeah, there's a phrase like, if you can see it, then you can be it, right?
Yeah.
And so by being on the podium and by doing all the things that you're doing, then more people will see that, more people will come to the sport, I think. So other than your brother, what other riders have been kind of inspirational for you along this way?
Borja.
love, that was quick.
No, yeah.
I like that. No, that's good. That's good.
Since I was little, I thought that Borja is like my idol.
The best.
Yeah.
So he's not anymore then, right?
No, no, no.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, when I was little, I thought he was, and then that's what I thought you were getting to, and
No.
now I know him. Yeah.
No, now I see him training, doing everything, and I'm like, wow, he's doing that.
Yeah, you guys do like train together a lot.
Yeah,
I see.
we're every day together. So.
Yeah, and I see just like the whole Spanish. You guys are
Yeah.
like a family.
Yeah.
And I think everyone. I don't speak for every trials rider, but I think a lot of trial riders look up to the Spaniards. Like that's what the trials group should be. That's what the trials family should look like.
Yeah, the Spanish riders have been idolized for forever. I mean, I grew up, idolizing Cesar Cañas, right? Like in oput, obviously, all these riders,
LP, yeah.
like from Spain, were always the best and the biggest and the only riders that we knew. But also, like, yeah, they made a huge impact on the sport globally.
Obviously, you guys have got access to very good training parks all over. But what's one of your favorite places to train?
I think my favorite place is La Tour de Sky
Where's that?
in
The sky.
France.
In France?
To the sky.
I don't think I've been there.
In
No, is that in the
France?
south?
No,
No.
it's in France, like close to Switzerland, really close.
There's another
Do you
place
remember
like
Cox
that.
Days in 20,
Yeah,
in
Booth-
2012?
I didn't go there, but the only one I remember is like Bouthiers, the rocks.
Oh, I
there.
have a poster on my wall in the warehouse of that place.
Yeah,
They had a
Yeah.
world champion or a
There's like
world.
Yeah.
a huge sticker that it's like ramped down. It's really, really famous. Like a
Oh.
house in.
So that's good to know. So it's not in Spain.
No, it's in France.
It's in
but
France.
Also, I like a lot the place we have in our home in Guadalix. I like it, but I train there every day, so it's like I love it, but I have it every day. But at La Tour de Sky, not so.
And I'm sure you have. I can't remember after seeing you. Have you been to the UK to ride before?
We've been in London in the competition, but
Yeah, it was the
Trans Battle.
the trial battle. Was I the commentator on that one?
Yeah.
It was. See, I was like, I'm asking this question like this could make me look terrible right now. It was a few, I slept since then and had a few beers, so I may have forgotten. But but you haven't like been to any of the trials parks or
No.
anything yet. Yet.
No,
Yet.
we didn't
Yet.
go.
You will soon, I think. Yeah, like maybe get you guys to Radfest or Radical Bikes, and Charlie's is
When I was young,
amazing.
I asked my fathers to go to the Rat Fest.
And you'll go soon enough, I think.
Yeah.
We'd love to.
I watched the videos of Vincent and Abel.
Yeah. It is like obviously not as big as Bentonville festival, but what I mean by that is we do have some female riders in the UK. I'm just about to name drop Sean Goddard again, annoyingly, who's running the South Coast, and he's pushing, and there's a female category and all that. So I know for the progression, you coming over and them seeing you would be really a big impact and influence. And I think, would you want to come over and do those comps and inspire other women?
Yes.
Yeah. See, we need to make it happen for sure. Wow.
Gotta call Sean.
Yeah, and you said his name again.
Now we definitely do.
All right, so you've gone and now you've won. What's your kind of next step where you are now? What are you working towards? Like your next, what are you working on now? Are you still just wanting to become the champion of this year? Like, what's your goal, maybe?
Like my biggest goal? Or?
No, I mean, yeah, we could say that. What would be your biggest goal? Yeah, that's a better question.
Well, my biggest goal is to compete with the guys and win the guys.
That's it. So not in like an open category.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like males, females. It's like everybody ride.
Yeah.
That would be cool, right? We can
That'd be
see
so
that.
cool.
You'd probably upset a lot of men as well.
I don't think so. Right now, it's.
And you'd be surprised. You upset me some days. I'm like, God damn it, I should be doing that too. But you train hard. I shouldn't say it like that, but you do train really hard. And I think that makes it that more kind of impressive. I think that you want to ride with all them. You don't care if there's a women category. It's like, no, you just want to ride with all of these guys.
Yeah, but this is like a goal really high. Like maybe in 10 years or something like that. Right now, I think not difficult, but yeah, I will love it. In the World Cups, I think that maybe the level can be like quarterfinals or even semifinals of the men category. But right now, being in a final of a man, I think, yeah, it will be really, really difficult. We need to train more and improve a lot more. But I think in like 10 years, we can do it.
Yeah, I like that actually.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a huge goal, and it's such an awesome one. Like, I want to see that too.
Yeah, we should. We'll do our best to do whatever we need to do to make that happen.
Only a competition for that.
yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like a full open category.
That's cool. That's
Really
cool.
Can you imagine? Obviously, you must have had quite a few bikes over the years too. What's been your favourite trials bike that you've had?
Wow, I don't know. I think the one that I like the most is the clean.
The one you've got now, which I was expecting you to say it's.
No, but really, I also like a lot Othonis. I have a lot of Othonis.
Yeah.
But I think clean, I don't know, I feel really comfy. It's like everything is good.
Yeah, you look very comfortable on that bike, and it's the superior trials bike now. A lot of the top riders, that are riding them, and carbon seems to be the way. Would you still prefer carbon over aluminium?
Yeah,
that's
right
interesting.
Now, yes.
Yeah, lots of people.
Yeah, but when I had the Othonis or Krugers, I said that I didn't want carbon. I was really scared, because you can break it really easily. So it was like, no, I stay here. But now I think I won't change back to aluminium.
Yeah, you just keep riding the clean bikes, and they are producing, probably one of the best carbon bikes now. There's some competitors now, players making carbon bikes. So be interesting to see where clean's gonna take it. Be really, really fun. I like the newest frame they brought out, which is aluminium, but everyone says it's too heavy. I'm like, well, just be stronger.
Go more to the gym.
Yeah.
So trials is of course very popular in Spain, or at least more popular than almost any other country. and in 2021 you won the world championship. What was it like to win a world championship, and especially coming home to Spain, like with the rainbow jersey, and like the response must have been amazing, right?
Yeah. Well.
Tell us about it.
Was that like your biggest? Was that your peak so far? Like in your trials career, like the best, one of the best moments?
Yeah, I think yes. Well, maybe not. I think that was not my best. I think I like more, in my first World Cup. It was my first World Cup I did, and I won it. So I think that was like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like,
I mean, we could see just from like, if you go back onto the videos of you winning, it was like an extremely emotional moment. And obviously not just for you, even like your brother and your mum who'd like watched you train like most of your life. And that's the goal for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's wonder if we'll see you at number one again, who knows? There's still time, we've only got one real competition, but there's some more females coming through. Do you wonder about new competition coming through? More competition for yourself, like new riders of females? There's like, what's that? I'm trying to think of that girl's name.
Alba?
Yes, Alba's like a new rider, and she's in the junior category. Do you feel that there's more competition coming through? Are you worried about that, or?
Yeah, because she has a really good level, so I'm worried. Like I compete with her in every Spanish Cup. Well, in every competition right now.
Yeah.
So I'm really worried. Because you don't know what's going to happen in that competition. It was like you have to, be in your best level in that competition to win.
Yeah.
And be in the best level in every competition. I think it's really, really difficult.
Just putting pressure on you
a
to
lot.
Keep training, keep going.
Yeah, and for example, I'm a person that I get scared of everything, and that for trials it's really bad, because we have a lot of steps that are really scary, and I, like when I get scared, I like, no, I won't do that, and it happens even in the competitions, and I'm working on that, and I think that's a really hard thing to do, because it's like, okay, you're scared, you don't want to do it, but you have to do it. And sometimes I'm doing the steps like shaking a lot.
It's fine, the carbon absorbs it, right?
Yeah, it's like you're in the bike, like, and it's really difficult.
So what would you say is like your favorite move in trials that you love to do?
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, it's like now you can think about it. Your favorite trick?
I don't know, maybe.
Static hooks.
Yeah, I think that, but because I'm really good in that.
Yeah, I mean, you
Static
stick
hook.
to what you know, what you're good at, and what feels great,
Yeah, I think it's static hook because I can do it wherever I want.
And,
So,
and pretty much better than most riders too as well. I feel like the Spanish just owning those hooks, they're just so good at them. Still doesn't make sense to me. I can't even get there. But watching you guys do that is it's pretty unreal. I like to think that you're inspired most to improve on those for sure. All right, well, let's go for some quick fire rounds now, because I know you wear shin pads, but have you ever had a bad shindig?
no.
You wear shin pads?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Nice clean legs.
I have here one, but like when I was really little, like it's been like 7 years of this. I didn't have another. Just with a rock the other day here, but nothing more.
Safety first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, that probably makes sense, I guess, for, can you imagine a lady's legs all scarred up looking horrible? It just wouldn't be quite the same, I don't think, would it?
Well, I have, the sun, so I
Oh.
can't wear skirt.
Like a tan line.
Yeah.
So when you, I can't remember because Andre commented on when you have like invisible shin pads. That's what it looks like. You take them off and it's just white, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm wearing invisible shin pads."
Yeah, and when I wear like short pants or something, they see it and they are like, "What happens?" And I'm like, "Nothing."
That's just what it looks like. That's how it is.
It's natural. It's meant to be that way.
Yeah. And we've got your favorite place to ride. And you were Shindig. What's our other quickfire round question?
Who are the riders that you want to ride with the most at the spot in France on your clean? Who would you invite? Who's in your top 3?
Oh, I don't know. I think
Now you can think about it. We have time. Danny's in the corner over here, dying a little bit, going like, "Oh."
well, Danny doesn't count because if I go, Danny comes. So
Oh, so okay, so let's exclude Danny, right? Because he just comes anyway.
Yeah.
We'll exclude Borja because he's going to be there anyway.
yeah, also
Okay. All right. Well, who would you want to ride with, to learn from, to spend time with?
Nina.
Good. Yep. Keep your enemies nice and close.
Wow, I feel like all the eyes on me right now.
Everyone's looking like, they're gonna say my name.
Yeah. Someone like opened the door and was inside.
Am I getting the invite to ride there?
They can't see behind, but yeah, all the other riders.
I feel a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah, it's not usually like this because you don't have people looking
Yeah,
at
I
you
know.
in a
And
podcast.
they are just looking here, so
But imagine how many people are looking at you in the camera. That's probably more.
Couple more.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2.
What is it like, actually? I mean, Nina is your number 1 competition, but you just said that if you could go anywhere to ride, she'd be one of the main people. So is it pretty friendly? I mean, are you encouraging each other? Is it a good like atmosphere when you're riding together? Do you kind of help each other out, or what's it like?
yeah, I think that is really nice. And like training with her, it's like really difficult because it's like really technical, and I'm really bad. So I like to train with her because
Like you'd compliment each other. You'll be like,
Yeah.
"Hey Nina, let's try this." Oh, that's too big. Like, no, you've got power, or you've got technicality.
Yeah.
So it seems like quite a healthy relationship then that you guys are rivaling with. So I wonder who will, step in and try and. They say three's a crowd. That's the term, right? So 3 of you all together, as long as there's who's fighting for 1, 2, and 3, all the way around.
Yeah.
And you've already ridden a 20-inch, right? I assume. Have you ever thought about trying to ride 26?
well, sometimes I ride in the 26 of my brother. Well, a lot.
You just steal his bike?
Yeah, and like last year or 2 years ago, I start like training once a week with his bike just for fun.
So you have fun on it. Would you ever actually like compete? I mean, I don't even know. Can you do that?
Obviously, why not, right? Open class.
Is it open? I mean, someone there's going to tell me. I don't know. It's open for females because I only know one other rider who rides a 26. So, why do you think that is? Why like almost all females ride 20-inch? Right?
I think it's easier to move it. So I don't know. I think.
Maneuverability.
So does the 26 kind of help you out in terms of more bike control when you get back on your 20-inch? Is that one of the reasons, or is it just for fun?
Just for fun.
Just to mix it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just one of those things. I think when you learn from one technique to that, and then come onto your bike, you kind of, feel good. Or maybe ride Danny's bike. It's like, whoa, this is, and you get on your bike, like, yes, this is what I like.
It was really strange because when I ride with my brother's bike, it was like everything strange. Then when I go back to my bike, everything is strange again. So it was like, okay.
It's just like a lose-lose here. I'm like, I thought it might be quite a positive thing.
No.
It's just maybe just for fun, or to annoy Danny that you've got like, well, I've got your bike, so Does that mean that?
No, because I take his bike and he takes my bike.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So Danny rides on your bike,
Yeah.
Right? Okay, and then he does stuff, and you're like, if I can do it, then there's no excuse. Your bike goes that high.
So you talked a little bit about training, and we were talking to Samuel yesterday about how he trains, where the life cycle style is to just focus on gaps and jumps for one day and side hops the next day. Is the training similar when you do it, are you focused in on perfecting certain technique, or is it a little bit more free riding where you just kind of do whatever on a section? How do you structure your training when you go out and ride?
Free riding.
Yeah.
Free riding.
Whatever you feel like doing, right?
Yeah.
Apart from obviously, are you like timing yourself? Like, is your brother like making you sections, or you're actually like, okay, 2 minutes go? Like it's like a proper competition training?
No,
or-
normally, or my brother or Borja just they say me, you have to do this, or like, or they put me the sections.
Yeah, or like giving you direction, like maybe
Yeah.
try this, try this. Is that why you're always so scared? Because they're telling you stuff that's scary?
Yeah, no, really, and they're always like putting me steps like I'm really scared. So sometimes when I don't have a good day, they train like in the rocks. I go to the logs, and I don't go to the rocks.
Right, you're just like, I'll stay away from them.
Yeah, I put my AirPods and I'm like, I'm not training. I'm just alone.
Yeah.
And what kind of music are you listening to?
What?
With your,
What
you
kind
said you
of
put your
music
AirPods
do you
in.
listen to? He said.
Yeah, what kind of music?
This is a really great segue right now.
No training. I don't.
You
Well,
walked right in.
some days
Yeah?
I put it on. Yeah.
Okay. For those that didn't, well, who?
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
what's on your playlist?
Yeah.
You want me to say it?
No, I mean we're getting to it right now, aren't we? I mean it was Oliver that reminded us earlier. So we heard that you used to be quite a fan of Justin Bieber, right? Was it like an obsession, or what? When was this?
I think a little bit of obsession.
Just a little obsession, right? Didn't you tell me you had an iPod with just Justin Bieber songs on there?
Legendary.
And then tell me about this. What were you saying? A pillow? What were you talking about off air earlier? So everyone can know. We're really calling you out right now.
You
Yeah,
told
well-
us.
Yeah. You shouldn't have said this before. We were like, oh, this is.
No,
probably-
I will tell it.
Yeah,
I'm
come
really
on.
proud.
Okay, good.
Really,
You should
just-
be proud.
Let's
Own
go.
it. Own it. So what is it?
Well, I had like a T-shirt, a pen, like a book of. It was a photo of Justin Bieber. You also touch it, and it was singing, baby, baby.
So,
That's
so there's a photo.
Like a singing photo.
Yeah.
There's a pen. There's like a. And then what is this pillow you're talking about?
Yeah, it was like a heart,
Oh wow! Okay.
and a photo of Justin Bieber. You could open the pillow, and it had like a lot of photos of Justin Bieber. So, and when you
Did
touch
you make this or you bought it like that?
no, I bought it.
Okay.
Just
And
think
when
of
you like press it like this, it sounds baby, baby.
So
this
it's
is giving
singing-
me so many ideas for Shindig merch.
Of course. Just
No, it's really
like
good
a
idea.
pillow. Ah.
Just a bunch of shins inside though.
Yeah. He'd
Heart.
be like, hey. Yeah. And Vera's calling me up like, hey, that was my idea. I expect something now.
Some residuals coming my way.
Yeah. Finding fees.
Okay. So, but let's talk about like what do you do off the bike? Because obviously you train twice a day, but there's many other hours. So, what are the things that you like to do when you're not riding?
Whew. I like to read and do crochet.
Nice and relaxed. Nothing too stressful then.
Well, I also do sports, but like road bike, climbing. But when I'm at home, I normally do that.
Downtime or listen to the podcast or yeah.
Or listen to Justin Bieber.
Or listen to Justin Bieber, yeah. Well, now we know your guilty pleasure. I wonder how many people will be sending you things with Justin Bieber on.
Maybe now you are going to see a video of me training with AirPods, and you will think
And
that
then
I
I'll
training with
put
Justin.
like underneath like this is what it sounds like inside, baby, baby, and it's like on loop.
Yeah.
Just loop.
Probably yes.
So is that how you won then? You put Justin Bieber in your ears and you feel inspired.
Before the competition, yeah, I put Justin Bieber in the World Championship.
Oh really?
No,
That's,
really.
That's the secret.
And have you done that since?
No.
And then so
Here we
that's
go.
how you won.
We know what to do.
That's the secret, guys.
Could be, who knows? Maybe Jack Carthy's doing the same thing.
I bet you that's right.
Okay.
Jack
I bet
Carthy's
Jack-
listening to Justin Bieber before he does.
This is the common thread between all world champions.
I think you should ask this on your podcast. You
I
know?
mean, it's going to be a thing now. You've started it. Thanks to Vera, we have a new section.
What's in your iPod?
What's in your iPod? Because I've always wondered that. Actually, do you ride with music playing in your ears if you are on your own?
Yeah, we have like a speaker, but normally my brother takes the speaker and I put my AirPods
Instead, right?
Yeah, because we don't listen to the same music, so he takes his music in the speaker and me on the AirPods.
So if it's not Justin Bieber now, what have we progressed to?
Oh,
One Direction?
it's really hard. No. Well, also.
Yeah, that's what you said. Oh, sorry. The
Yeah.
story goes Justin Bieber, then One Direction.
And now what?
And
No,
now what?
we're still also in One Direction, Justin Bieber a little bit, but now we are with Quevedo. It's a Spanish singer.
A Spanish singer. I mean, I do like Spanish music, to be fair.
It's
pretty good.
reggaeton.
Reggaeton is great too.
Yeah.
I mean, have you tried to dance to that stuff, Aaron?
Not recently. I've only had a couple White Claws, so it might be a while.
Yeah. Just a few more. I think we'd be there as well. Is there like a message that you want to give to any like other trials or other female riders that you feel like you could inspire them? Anything you'd want to say to anyone?
Oof. I don't know. It's just do trials. It's the best.
Yeah, try it. Right? Like,
Yeah.
well,
At least you will like
that's
it.
that's what I've learned. One of the things I've learned from what we've just sort of been going through is like you didn't actually know you wanted to ride trials until obviously your mum supported you, and Danny, you just went to this thing. You wanted to do bikes. Let's just say that. And at that time, you had no idea what it was. And now you're like a world champion, right? Like that's a kind of a pretty great story in terms of progression for something you were like, I hate trials. And then like more than 10 years later, like, I'm world champion. Like how often does that even happen? I think. So I think it's an inspirational story really, and I hope that it gets others to want to be like, oh, sure, if she can do it, why can't I do it? You know, let's just give it a go.
You just need to train.
Yeah, every day by the sounds of it, and
Twice.
listen to Justin Bieber.
That's the
If you
secret.
listen to Justin Bieber, you can train.
Yeah,
And be
and that-
world champion.
Yeah.
And that's how you win. I'm gonna have to speak to Jack tomorrow morning.
I can send you the playlist if you want.
I mean, it sounds like we might need to listen to Aaron. I
Yeah.
may have to do a test and go, okay, let's listen to this, however long it is, whatever, and then get to my riding. And if it's better, I don't know how I would feel. we found the hack. We found the secret, and I love it.
I'm here for it. This is amazing.
I don't know. I can't see the time around. That's why I was like, "How are we doing for time?" I don't want to go over.
I
too
mean,
much.
this is such a perfect way to wrap it
I
up.
know.
We've found out the secret to becoming a world champion, and now we've shared it with the rest of the trials
we
world.
could just cut it out just in case, and
we
then,
could bleep out Justin Bieber so that no one else knows the secret.
But you need to put the song of Baby.
Oh, true.
Just please.
we should just play it out now for the ending.
Does that give you the outro?
It's just going through. Yeah, no, this has been a really, really great chat, Vera. This won't be the last time we do this for sure. You'll be seeing me more at Aaron, I hope. Lots more riding from you, I'm sure, and there's lots more competitions that you need to focus on. And soon we'll get your brother's first-hand information from him too, because you've been able to talk about him, and then I'm sure when he's in the hot seat one day, he can talk about you, and I think that'll be fun too. So thanks for inspiring so many other riders, and you know, and your family for supporting you doing all that. So it's been a really interesting chat, and you know, I know you've been supportive of the podcast and always been like, yeah, I'll do it. So it's good that we got to do it in person. I've been Matt Pengelly,
I'm Aaron Lutzi.
and you've been listening to the Shindig podcast with Vera Baron, which is our Bentonville female champion, America. Guys, thanks for listening. Yeah, thanks guys for just being around and being here. I'm so blessed to actually be sat doing this with you all. It's quite nice. I'm feeling gooey. So thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you very soon. Bye bye. There.